Good afternoon. Hello, this is Peskov. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Excellent. Hello, everyone. Today is Monday, May 18th. The working week promises to be very busy from the point of view of the president's schedule. Today, he is less public. Today, in the middle of the day, the head of state will hold an operative meeting with the permanent members of the Security Council. He will outline the topic, as he usually does. Then the president will have several working meetings. And of course, today, he is preparing for the official visit to the People's Republic of China, tomorrow and the day after. We have already made an official announcement on this matter. You have asked a lot about when it will be. It will be this week. As for today's working day, what questions do you have?
Can I ask about the Komsomolskaya Pravda, Dmitry Sergeyevich?
Yes, please.
Alexander Gamov, Komsomolskaya Pravda. Dmitry Sergeyevich, the delegation has probably already been formed. The ministers and businessmen will apparently go with Vladimir Vladimirovich. Please tell us who will join this delegation. Will Mr. Trump join our delegation? He had dozens of people there who represented all their businesses and politics. Thank you very much.
Look, we do not compete with anyone in the delegation. We develop our own very multi-layered relations with the People's Republic of China, which we and our Chinese friends call the relations of a privileged, special strategic partnership. I do not have a general list of those who will accompany Putin in the official delegation, but I can only say that these will be all senior deputies, many ministers, heads of state and private companies that work in China.
Anything else? Dmitry Sergeyevich, can we say that some of the governors who will join the delegation are already there? Our exhibition is being held there.
Unfortunately, I do not know this. I do not have such information. We do not track their schedules. Anything else?
Thank you very much. Everything is possible.
What did you ask?
Everything is possible.
Go ahead, please.
How do you assess the current development of China-Russia relations? What important issues will be discussed during the visit? What can we expect from this visit? Thank you.
We have very serious expectations from this visit. By the way, I would not like to run ahead. My colleague Ushakov will give a briefing today, if I am not mistaken, and he will tell you about our expectations. But I can say that we have the most serious expectations. The relations are really very diverse. In addition to the direct part of trade and economic interaction, we are actively developing our dialogue in the field of education. By the way, the Russian-Chinese Year of Cooperation in the field of education will be open, and in the field of medicine, and in the field of culture, that is, in all possible areas. Any contact between the two heads of state will contribute to a new additional impulse for further development and expansion of relations. My colleague Ushakov will tell you in more detail today. Anything else?
Mr. President, hello. Business FM. May I?
Yes, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. Please tell me, will the economic trip, and in particular the discussion of the Silla-Siberia 2 project, be included in the continuation of the visit to China?
All the issues that are on the economic agenda of our bilateral relations will, of course, be covered. As it happens every time our leaders communicate with each other. Anything else?
Business FM. May I?
I did not hear who it was, but it was very quiet.
Business FM. May I?
Yes, please.
The crisis in Cuba is intensifying. The lights are being turned off. Protests are taking place. Today, according to Reuters, shipping giants have frozen shipments to Cuba and back. We remember that Moscow sent a tanker with oil to the island as humanitarian aid. However, according to the media, these reserves have been exhausted. And, in fact, the question is whether the Kremlin is considering the possibility of sending another batch of oil or another humanitarian cargo.
I have repeatedly said that we are in constant contact with our Cuban friends. And of course, we are constantly exchanging opinions and information about what could be done to alleviate the really huge burden of the blockade that has been imposed around Cuba. Anything else?
Thank you. Thank you, Dmitry Sergeyevich, Reuters. May I?
Yes, please.
Thank you very much, Dmitry Antonov, Reuters agency. Last week, Zelensky wrote on his channel that Russia allegedly plans an attack on one of the NATO countries, or on Ukraine, from the territory of Belarus. Have you seen these comments, and how could you comment on them?
We do not think that such statements deserve any comments. Yes, Belarus is our ally. We have an allied state with Belarus, but it is a sovereign state. Therefore, such statements are nothing more than an attempt to further undermine the continuation of the war and pressure.
Thank you very much. And the second question, if I may.
Yes, please.
Trump commented on the consequences of the strike on Kiev, where, according to the Ukrainian authorities, one of the missiles hit a high-rise building and killed more than 20 people. He said that this could significantly complicate the peace process. So, how could you comment on this?
You know that the peace process is currently on pause. We hope that it will be resumed, and we hope that our American colleagues will continue their peacekeeping efforts in this regard and mediation efforts. As for the strikes of our armed forces, they are carried out only on military or near-military objects. Anything else? Thank you very much. In this regard, it is also worth paying attention to the non-stop strikes of the armed forces of Ukraine using drones on peaceful objects and civilian infrastructure in various Russian cities and settlements. Anything else? Thank you.